Are we live?
Are we? Is this happening? Is it real?
Hi,
Ladies
guys.
and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Retro Ranger Wrap Up. This is, of course, the lovely Elle Tea.
And this is Daniel, Battlestar Galactica.
There you go. I thought it'd be lovely too. I mean, you could.
Oh, the
so
lovely,
yeah.
most handsome, most generous Daniel, Battlestar Galactica.
Thank you.
I will work on that in the
appreciate
future.
that.
I'll work
Yeah, just something.
I'm going to go to the dictionary and look up some like really great ads.
Yeah, okay, all right, that works, it's fine. So hello everyone, and welcome back. You'll notice that it is Elle and myself, and we are missing someone. Now, that person that we're missing, there's a very secret mission happening right now. I don't want to spoil anything, but he's getting us some information that we'll be using here on that hashtag.
Ooh, super interesting.
Just letting you know. It's deep in Chicago, and you have to find it. So
Is it like in the pizza?
Well, that's the thing. So you saw, if you pay attention to his feed, he just had deep dish.
Yeah.
Then he hits us up and says, guys, I got some more stuff.
I'm pretty sure.
Every time I see food, then all of a sudden he tells us he has more stuff.
The files are in the pizza?
They're in the pizza. So that's it. That's what we're going to find out. So you guys will get a lot of info from us coming up soon. Don't worry about it. But moving on, let's go. Do we want to go right in to the episodes?
Yeah. I mean, we have 3 episodes this week.
Definitely.
We have Rita's Pita.
Oh,
and
yes. Rita's Pita?
Another break in the wall.
And then last but not least, a chimp in charge. 3 episodes. Now, the thing is, a lot of people would say that these episodes are like, oh, they're just fillers, they're just throwaways. But little things happen in these episodes that actually make them important. So it's kind of interesting. And I guess let's start in the order that we actually went through, which is first Rita's Pita. Now, Rita's Pita, its air date was, funny enough, November 11th, 1995.
So I wonder if they're gearing up for the Thanksgiving holiday and like, let's remember to eat healthy for the holidays coming up.
And it felt like this whole episode was like kind of tied in with like, I don't know if it was like a government kind of thing where they were just like, hey, we got to tell kids not to be fat, or something like that. And then
I mean, they were trying to push some like educational and like it's always been like that. So I mean, the obesity epidemic in like America, especially, it's like pretty prevalent, so I mean, it's a good message.
By 95, I think they paid attention to the fact that it was there.
Yeah.
So they did want to work to make sure that we can take care of that in any way possible. So I love the fact that, hey, they're even there for it.
Yeah.
But, so with this episode, I've got to say, one thing that I loved and I was interested in from the beginning of the episode was Tommy's change and how the kid reacted to it. I gotta say, that was the one thing I was looking forward to, and the one thing I remembered from this episode was that, where he was like, you're not a hero anymore. I just remember that line, and it kept ringing through my head forever in Power Rangers, and then when I saw it, I was like, this is where it's from. This is where it's from.
But I thought this kid was, like, incredibly quick to judge, where he admires Tommy and looks up to him as, a teacher, a sensei, like, just someone to look up to. Right. And then immediately Tommy's like, I'm going to eat some of what Skull's having. And he's like, I don't like you. And I was like, whoa. But at the end, totally changed his heart just as fast. And is like, you're my teacher again. Let's go fight. Or spar. They're not actually fighting.
Spar, yeah.
Yeah.
But, he's a kid. What do you want? Easily impressionable. Just like,
but I was like, yo, you're the one that just wanted to order that burger and fries and a shake like 30 seconds ago. Let's not be too hasty.
That is very true.
Or like Padawan. I don't know what.
Oh, yeah, if I'm sensei, you're something.
If you know what the word is, please.
I don't know.
My thesaurus abilities are not that great today, as you can tell, so please help me out with words.
Right. I would just say, definitely, he's a student, so you just want to remember that part of it. but
yeah, I mean, that was really good. But what I really liked was that we finally get to see Kat interact as a Power Ranger. Like, Kimberly is... I was kind of shocked that Kimberly was already gone, like completely gone, not even like, at least when Trini, Zach, and Jason left, they're still talking about, we got a letter from them, from like the conference.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought Kimberly was still going to come back in some way, shape, or form, but Kat did really well. I liked her in this episode.
Kat showed up and actually went full force of, okay, I'm a Ranger. I have to accept it. I have to be ready for it. And they started to talk about the tropes that you see the Rangers go through. Like when they're walking in, she goes, I'm just waiting for the
communicator.
And they were like, I remember those days. And it was like, that's cool to hear like that. okay.
That Adam, like, being new to,
Yes.
and was like, yeah, like, we all kind of go through this. And I like that she's apprehensive about being a Power Ranger, because it is a big responsibility.
Huge.
And especially with her seeing these monsters and being under the influence of Rita for so long, that she knows what kind of diabolical schemes that goes on. And so I like seeing her a little worried, whereas, like, the Power Rangers tend to be a little overconfident a lot of times.
Definitely. So it's good to know that, hey, we all have those moments where we can be a little, like, afraid or concerned with things. So it's just like, here she is showing that. It's like, yeah, I may be a Power Ranger and have one of the most amazing power sets in the world, but the thing is still, I'm a fragile human, I get kind of worried. I get kind of thoughts of maybe I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
It's possible. And it's like, I get it because it communicates to kids in ways that no one could ever really understand, but it's there.
Yeah, and I like that they introduced this into the beginning before, like, you see her go into any action, and it kind of reminds you that Kat is new to this. And, she does have this kind of, like, budding relationship. I wonder if she still has a crush on Tommy, though, which I think is really interesting, and that Tommy is a focus of being kind of like the monster is inside of him in this episode, which is already kind of a weird. Him with like the big cartoonish teeth, and I thought it was okay. So I liked what they did with the episode, but when Rita and Zedd were first talking about this monster, what they're gonna do with him and put him in the Pita, and Tommy's gonna eat it. I thought the monster was gonna eat him from the inside out, and it was gonna turn into this crazy horrible thing. And I don't know why I thought about that, but because it's a children's show and it's Power Rangers, but. So I'm glad that it just made Tommy hungry, but for a while I thought it was going to go super dark.
Oh, God. That would have been horrible. But right off the bat, Mass Rider Blue says the same thing he thought. Pretty much it was like, man, JDF's stomach must have been hurting after the shoot. And I'm thinking definitely, because he had to keep eating, and they're probably like, cut, let's do this. All right, cut, let's do this, cut.
With like the chips and like all the snacks. And like, he obviously works out, eats healthy in real life, and to be that fit.
Oh my God. It was one of those where you're like, okay, I'm not really ready for it. But in some ways, you definitely get ready. Just like I'm ready for the super chat from Anthony Davis, 65. Anthony Davis, shout out to you, man. He says, you know that in the Sentai Kaku Ranger, yeah, that's right, Kaku Rangers, this episode was involved with with Ninja Yellow, a.k.a. Alien Ranger Yellow, and he had the monster in his stomach.
What? I did not know that.
Okay,
thanks for that fun fact, Anthony Davis.
Dang, I didn't know that. Bravo. See, I love that. I love getting the info from people where I'm like, I didn't know.
Someone always knows these interesting facts. And if you have any facts like this, like, go ahead and give us a super chat, just like Anthony Davis, 65 just did. And we'll make sure to read it because it pops up at the top of our screen, like in bright colors. So we won't miss what you're actually saying, because the chat does go by very fast.
Oh, Layla, I see you, though. It's the Toku reunion. Who we introduce and who we introduce. And it's okay. That's a song that people do when they're like, it's a joke on Wildin' Out, and they do that. Like they say, family reunion, who we introduce, and then they make fun of somebody in the audience with the song. Oh. So that's why I was like, oh my God, like, it's great.
I like that. Yeah. I have no idea what that's referencing, but I'm gonna roll with it.
It's a roll with it. It's a good MTV show. It's an improv MTV show. It's really fun.
Okay.
It's funny. But anyway, so yeah, I love the fact that it was like most of this episode was done with American footage until the monster grew.
Yeah, and then it was super apparent that.
Yeah, it was definitely.
But it was short. Like they didn't do a whole lot with it. It was just a basic monster grew, come with the Zords, and they were destroyed. But I like that the build up, like the American footage of Kat is on her own, and the Tangas come, before any of this happens, because like she's still getting this ESP from Rita. I'm not sure what to call it, or whatever Billy called it. They
still have a link or a connection.
Yeah, the link that she still has, and she's having these headaches, and Rita and Zedd, like, they send the Tangas down and a group of them to fight Kat. She takes them out by herself.
Yes,
which is
that
amazing.
Was right. And she was like, let me see how these new powers work. And then, she's flipping them over and throwing them away and all that stuff. She was handling business. She was giving them left and right.
And she doesn't know acrobatics. She's not into martial arts. We find out that she was a diver.
Yeah.
And that doesn't necessarily translate to this particular fighting style. And I thought she did a great job.
Not at all. I was just like, that's interesting, but okay, we'll run with it, you know, like, but then again, she didn't do any real, like,
she's still getting into it, like, she's kind of just rolling around and accidentally almost defeating them, but she defeats a group of them, where these Tangas sometimes give the Power Rangers as a group some trouble, so I think she's a lot more powerful than we think she is, because if she's this strong and can fight them off kind of more or less on her own. then
it's like there's no problem.
The way she's gonna progress, I have high expectations for her at this point.
But this is Power Rangers. And
it is Power Rangers.
So the thing is, like, okay, for your premiere moment where you get to fight, it's like any kid show. For premiere moment where you get to fight, you're OP'd. You're automatically overpowered and you're able to take down everybody. And then later when it happens, you're just like everyone else.
Yeah.
And you're, oh God, Tenga touched me. And you fall over. Because it's like, well, you're a team. So everyone has to suffer. And I get it. It's a team ethic, and it's so hard to really do. You can't create a character that's OP and then leave them OP, a.k.a. Superman. You can't do that. Because if you do that, then people end up hating them and saying they're just, they're not really a cool superhero because they have no flaws, Superman. So people say that.
Well, I guess right now she still has, like, the flaws where she has that link with, Rita and Zedd.
True.
So I'm still kind of waiting to see if she will turn back, because they mention it, like, maybe another Zap, like, later on, but...
Oh, man.
But, man, this whole episode, like, I love this. And then you get the goofy teeth monster, which I love. Like, I love that design, and, like, I love this monster.
I didn't know what was up with it as far as the design of the monster. Like, giant teeth with a tongue, and he's like, I'm here to eat, and then he has, like, this thing on his, like, I don't...
Like a gem?
I don't know what that was on his head, like a hat or something. I don't know. But, I mean, I get it. The mouth pretty much represented, hey, I'm going to eat. And it was smart how Rita figured out, like, well, I'm going to shrink him. And then I'm going to put him inside. And let's attack him from the inside out.
And I like that. And I felt like, I like that. Instead of making the monster grow, did the opposite, trying to change up her game plan now. And, you know.
And it was smart. It was smart at first, and it was working. But then, of course, there's always the problem. And the Rangers started to figure it out. Look at him. Okay, so that's a hat. That's a hat with, like, a metal, like,
no, but I sort of, like, later, like, in the teeth, he has, like... some kind of grill going on.
Yeah,
he has like the gem right up in there.
Yeah,
man, this monster actually takes on a lot of different looks.
Yeah.
He also has like the dreads or something in the back.
Like I didn't understand what that was. I was like, okay, I don't know.
Like you have no head. I guess.
No.
I mean, that's cool. That's cool.
Like,
it's a monster.
he pretty much looked like. He looked like, you remember when Ludacris came out for the first time and it was like everything they had, like the big mouth.
Word of mouth.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it looked like. I was like, oh my God, it's a Ludacris monster.
But I mean, this episode didn't have a whole lot. I thought how they extracted the monster by like getting this giant sundae was a little ridiculous. And, it just pops out. I thought they were going to give Tommy a laxative, to be honest, but they did not. So, they brought out this sundae with like... some crazy beyond like hormone strawberries, and they just teased Tommy, and it came out, and then the arc followed the rest where the monsters came. They got their Megazords. Yeah, pretty much. Blew up the monster. It was all good.
That part was the easy part. That was definitely the easy part. The Shogun, once again, Shogun shows up and takes care of business, dispatches everybody, and boom, they're gone. So. With that being the case, do we want to rate this episode now, or do we want to rate later, blah, blah?
I guess we could rate it now, because they're not contingent on each other.
We definitely do. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Bulk and Skull.
They had, like, a good B story that I like seeing them back in the school, and with your friend Jerome.
Yes, that's right. But I was still looking there like, hey, are they ever going to be students again? And then...
Yeah, they are.
Okay, all right. So they still do some things. Their thing wasn't really too big. I mean... It was goofy, though. It was goofy. Come on, man. I'm sorry. I don't care how old you are. Bulk and Skull get on the screen. You smile a little bit. Just a little bit. Look at this. Come on, with the bake sale. I loved it. And they were like, here's the, one of the things that's like, oh, yeah, the salmon, blah, blah, with the whatever twist. And then there's this, and there's that with the fish, blah, blah.
And that lady was like, they were just doing the buddy kind of comedy kind of thing. And I thought it was good. It's not a bad episode. How would you guys rate it in the chat?
Exactly.
Let us know out of 5. What would you guys give this?
While you guys are going to give us ratings out of 5, we'll go over just a few notes from the episode. Really, not too many big ones, but I will say, Katherine Sutherland, a.k.a. Kat, replaces Amy Jo Johnson, Kimberly, which we already knew, in the opening credits from this episode and onwards.
It makes it official.
It makes it official, gives her the stamp.
All right. So this episode marks the final time since the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers first aired that Kimberly does not appear. And she was a big pull for the show. Like, a lot of crushes on Kimberly.
Yes.
So that is a big deal.
This is also marks the only time the residual link between Rita and Kat is used to help the Rangers. So apparently it doesn't happen again. It only happened in that episode just because they needed something to tie everything in so we could find out where the monster was.
Yeah, and Kat refers to the Tangas as overgrown emus, and this is understandable since she is Australian, which I thought was super funny.
Yeah.
And, you know, they do look like emos, but
Yeah,
emus, not...
Emos.
Emos,
Well,
sorry. They do have the dark and, like, the hair, sorry.
They do kind of look like emos. Like, I wonder if we start playing, you know, Love Will Cut Us Apart again. Are they going to start, you know, doing the... They could.
Yeah, but the notes also say that, you know, the Tangas can fly, so it would have been more fitting for her to call them overgrown kookaburras. Kookaburras? Like that campfire song. That's the only reason why I know what those are. But, you know.
Yeah, that is the only reason I know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so true.
They sit in the gum tree. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure Australians know what's up.
Australians know. And, you know, she's like, oh, I know. It's on the Barbie. Still not working. Okay. I came close. I tried. So let's see what everybody's giving us for the ratings right now. We got... Orville's giving us 9 out of 10. We said out of 5, so I'm not counting that.
But that's fine.
No, that's 4 out of 5. Boom,
Masked
right?
Rider Blue gives it a 2.5, says it's a basic, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger plot, and I have to agree, it is.
It is, definitely is. Mikey, well, it's a 2.5. Not a fan. I got 4 out of 5 for Rita's Pitas of this episode from Front of K Comics. Larry Newbill gives it a 2. Edward Sanchez approves, gives it a 4 out of 5, which you did say already. Blackwing 2040 is waiting for Zeo out of 5. So that means he is not happy with this. Okay, that's interesting. But I mean, some of the people are agreeing with you, so it's all right. For example, Layla says same Blackwing.
I know.
And Nightman is 3.3 out of 5, and this episode, Sarah Morris says this episode is a 10, so he gives it a 5 and beyond. He loved it that much.
And JR Hall of Horror gives it a 4.5. So they're
4
actually
out of 5 because it was funny. I get it.
It is funny.
Cool.
It was a good episode. It was basic. Like, I can't give it that high. Like, I would give it a solid 3. Like, I had fun with this one, and I like Kat's development a little bit.
Oh, yeah,
so
right?
What about you? What's your rating?
Well, my rating, actually, I'm going to give it probably a 3.5. I don't want to go too high, too low. I'm just going to kind of be moderate. Actually, no, a 3. Not a 3.5. A 3.
Right.
It's right in the middle because it wasn't amazing. It was okay. So that was fine to deal with.
I mean, that's what these episodes are. I do feel like these 3 jointly are, I mean, they are filler. So, oh, wait, there's something about,
Robo P is Australian. All right. I'll see him.
EMU. EMU?
Oh, well, I thought it was emu, right?
Is that an emu? Is that just like American kind of like we're...
Oh, yeah, did we make it up? This is not really... Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, all right, cool. I love it.
Am I acting more confident than normal? Yes. I'm trying
yes,
to.
Yes, MJ, she is. She's steering the ship.
Yes, I think this designation, tune into our Doctor Who show, but Daniel has given me the authority to be the Doctor, and he's my companion, so I feel like that's where this newfound confidence is coming from.
That's right. She's coming through and she's like, you do this, you do that, shut up and cut the scene. That's it, we just do it. We do it now.
So right after the show, please tune in if you're into Doctor Who, and even if you're not, join in anyway, but watch the shows first because spoilers.
Yeah.
But until then.
Let's continue on with another brick in the wall. That's the next episode.
This episode was ridiculous.
No, this is weird. Okay, so the other one was November 11th.
Yeah.
This one comes out November 13th. So it's like boom. Right there, yeah, they skipped the 12th and then went right to the 13th.
I wonder, was that like a weird Saturday and then Monday airing? Because usually they aired from Monday through Friday, or maybe it was a holiday.
Or was it a Thursday and then Saturday?
Weird.
I think there was a time where they were doing that, where they show it at 6 o'clock in the evening, and then after that on Saturday, and the next morning they had another episode, and you were like, what? It was so weird.
Robo P says it's my American accent, that's why I can't pronounce emus correctly. I need to go on the computer and click like the I had to hear it first. Maybe I could replicate
it. So Robo P is how's my Australian accent? Chimp on the Barbie. No, it's not. Okay, all right. Maybe he's not even going to respond to it. He's like, I will not.
He's like, that is insulting. Yeah, exactly, Let us not even validate that with a response.
He's like, I'm not even going to give you anything for it.
So the brick in the wall, we got Kat for I don't know what it's called, but it's basically like Habitat for Humanities, where she's like building this home or trying to renovate this home for people in need, which I thought was good. And I like that they're focusing on her character. She's already getting so much more development than Rocky and Aisha for sure, which
I love.
But I'm also sad. Like I want Aisha to have some more development.
Right? Exactly, that would be the thing. Oh man! So with this episode, with another brick in the wall, we get Kat being a team leader, kind of doing the Habitat for Humanity, building houses and things like that. And with building, of course, we have to have a little bit of an issue with Bulk and Skull.
But I'm glad that they're part of this kind of main story. Again, it's not a B story. They're starting to work them into this main A arc.
They deserve it. They deserve it.
And they're so much fun. And
definitely.
The comic relief.
But so of course we have it where they fall into the what was it, the water for
because they're scrubbing the walls from the graffiti. I don't know if that's how you get rid of graffiti, but they're doing their best. They did a good job.
Yeah, congratulations for helping the community. But of course, so they have their issues. My thing that I could not stop focusing on was well, let's be honest here, David Yost's amazing rippling body.
Yeah.
I mean, did you not notice it?
No, dude, every time he wears a tank top though or a sleeveless shirt, you kind of forget because like it is that kind of stereotype, especially when we were growing up, that the nerd is always like the noodle arms and like can't defend himself. And I feel like that's what they were building him up in the beginning, like really downplaying his abilities. So
definitely, I agree, and that was one of the crazy things about it. Like I was like, oh my god. We want to say also shout out to anyone new in the room. We just happened to
Camden
notice that
S?
Is it Kadeem?
Kadeem
S.
I'm sorry, I'm not good with the pronunciations.
I think it's Kadeem.
That makes more sense when I read it. I'm so sorry. I'm here to butcher your names and with bad accents.
We're so glad that you're here. We're so glad that you're new. We love to see more new people. So please let us know if you are new in the room. We'll say hello to you. For example, Parable 57? This is the first time I'm seeing you. And I'm like, if I didn't see you before, I apologize for it. No specified, I'm sorry. Nobody's Perfect 06. I don't remember that name either. This is amazing. I'm looking at names. I'm like, hey, I haven't seen you before. So hello, everyone.
Also, I'm not good at reading, so I rarely even read the chat. I feel like that's Joe's job, and since he's not here,
we're trying
it's been a little difficult.
We're working around it. But yes, Billy is ridiculously buff, and everyone does know it, and everyone does see it, and it's intimidating to me, and I still am okay with it. But he's dope as heck. I mean, and this was a Billy episode,
and
so
it
still worked out well.
But the monster was a little ridiculous to me, where Rito comes and he's trying to mess up this great house that Kat has, I don't know, like made a livable place.
And here comes Rito having to mess everything up and starts messing with the construction site and starts throwing the flowers around with the tangas. And here she is, so worried about those flowers because they're very important. I don't know why, but they're very important.
They're expensive, man.
We had to have a scene where she flipped and caught it and blah blah. And I was like, yeah, like it felt like that. I felt like on like Spider-Man where he's like, do a backflip, and he does it. And he goes, yeah, like that. I felt like that. So
I kind of forgot what was the reason. So Rito comes out and he was supposed to turn something into the monster, right? And he misses and hits the brick wall instead. What was he aiming for?
I don't remember. Was it Rito?
Oh, Rito was the one that was.
Aiming for Kat again.
Oh yeah, because she won. This is where it
right.
came back up that we were talking about. Where it's like, I want to try to enhance her evil powers or persuasion over Kat. Totally misses, but I'm like, that was pretty close. That shot from the moon down to Earth in that particular house, that was so close. Like I gotta give her credit. We gotta give her credit.
She has amazing aim to be all the way on the moon and not looking to the periscope and just blow.
And gets super close, but gets the wall, and then we get a wall monster who becomes sentient and already knows.
Yeah, but my thing was with the wall monster, like, I was like, oh, okay, a wall monster, and he's fighting, and then when they showed the rear of him, and it was like just...
And it was just open foam?
Yeah!
It wasn't painted?
And then they tried to do something and add a little bit to it, but it was just like, yeah, there's just open foam here. Guys, you did not expect that shot to be seen. Like, we were like, no, they
But you see it multiple times during the episode, which I get it, like, you're not going to waste a whole lot of time, and then maybe it's a reflection on Kat's ability of only focusing on the inside of the house, so maybe the outside of the wall is actually janky, and this monster is
That's
accurate.
what I was going to think about. I was like, is she only worried about what you can see and other things that you usually don't? She's like, oh, well, it's all right. It's all right. That's not even all.
No.
God dang it!
No.
Oh, God. I'm just going to start doing a whole lot of different accents. And it's like, was that Australian? No, Dano, that was South African. It's going to be like just horrible stuff.
But yeah, and it's this episode, kind of does fall in that season 1 of Mighty Morphin because this wall monster
Oh,
zaps
boy.
them and they turn
Into bricks.
but they're like
Just like when they turned into footballs.
but
It's
those aren't even
great.
bricks. They're
Love it.
like cardboard foam things that are painted on one side. Like
love
they're not
it.
even legitimate bricks.
I love it because they got turned into something inanimate. I love when Power Rangers get turned into something inanimate. I don't know why I just do. I don't know why. It's so stupid for me to
Hey,
just be like,
you
I love
guys
it,
just
but
wait.
I love it.
I'm gonna open up an Etsy shop. If any of you want to get the brick action figures, I will be selling them for $50 each. Just you wait.
I am getting all of them immediately. That will be in our shop soon. You know what else is in our shop right now since we're talking about it?
Yes.
T-shirts!
All right.
T-shirts are definitely in our shop right now. One thing great about the shop right now is that they're having a sale.
They are.
You can go ahead and sign up. Give them your
Is it 20%
your email
off right
address.
now, I think?
Yes, it is.
So that pretty much saves you on the shipping costs.
And also, if you haven't purchased from them before, if you go ahead and sign up for their newsletter, they give you an additional 15% off. So you're covering a little bit of tax as well.
30% for 5 hours.
Oh my God! 30% for 5 hours, guys. Not
Buy
5
these
hours. 30%. Buy shirts. Buy shirts immediately.
And if
You can
anyone
get
wants
any
to
of
be
them.
on my team, you could be part of the Elle Tea baggers, which is that cute little tea bag in the bottom corner.
Kinda
Or
love
you
it.
could be part of Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, you can be part of the Galactic Squad, guys, and go ahead and put them on and represent properly. If not, you can still choose to be a Ranger. You can still choose to wear anything from Power Morphicon that we've had, either Power Morphicon 2 years ago or the most recent Power Morphicon, which has a lot of our mashups. A lot of people going crazy over it. Pick one, find it, love it, buy
It's on
it,
sale.
wear it.
It's great. Give it to your friends. Gift them. It's
Exactly.
never too early for Christmas shopping, right?
Exactly. Links in the description. Follow it below, and then check out some of those shirts. But moving back into the episode. So
Yeah, so they get poor Bulk and Skull with these monsters, and I don't know why Jerome still doesn't. I'm going to call him Jerome too because I feel like we're
Thank you.
on that
We're on
connection.
See,
Yeah.
I told you. After
Yeah.
a while, you feel like,
yeah, you
Jerome,
feel
what's up,
yeah.
man?
Because he's seen the monsters and he's been scared before, so I feel like
Everybody's
this is
Lieutenant Stone. No. I know him as Jerome.
yeah.
So Jerome is having to deal with the poor Jerome. Having to deal with these guys. Always there's an issue if they would just work harder. But it wasn't their fault. It wasn't their fault. The wall came out and did all this stuff, and he comes in and asks them what's wrong, blah, blah, and, you know, the truth. They had to deal with it.
Yeah.
But, so the wall's running rampant, tearing up the city.
Yeah, and Kat goes back and she's going to try to find a way to change the bricks back into Power Rangers while Billy battles alone. And I thought this was super interesting because Billy is usually the one sent to the lab to try to figure out how
Yeah.
to fix the situation. And this time, you know, Kat's doing it. And I didn't know that she was into kind of this more scientific
Right?
stuff.
But
and
it just happened to be that she was just studying that. So
Yeah.
it just happened to work well this week
It
that
did.
Kat was doing this.
with the
And-
pollution and kind of bringing that
Yes.
into it too.
And
So
I do like, since she is the new character, what they have to do is give her stuff.
Yeah.
So this way she's even more important.
Yes.
So it was like, I get why they had to give it to her, and here she is. She figures out pollution and blah, blah, blah. All these things work with erosion. So that's what we'll do.
yeah, and while
And-
she's working on that,
Yep.
Billy is the one fighting the monster solo, and this is
Wow.
great that Billy is on his own. And you see finally just a single Zord against the
Yes,
monster.
because the Zords are large enough to fight like monsters on their own. It's so true.
And
it's
like,
so true.
and I like it, and the little jab at Billy's Zord of like, what are you, some dog or something like that?
Yeah,
And I was like,
I did like it because
Yeah.
it was like, oh no, a dog Zord.
because I do not
Yes.
like these Zords.
Oh my God. Okay, well, it was a dog Zord, and that's the thing I did love about it. And speaking of Zords, actually, since they
What
are,
present did you get?
Yes, that's right. They are introducing them into the Power Rangers Legacy War game. So that's something that's going to be kind of cool to see that they are bringing in the Zords. And I happen to have something as a reminder.
Excellent.
This is actually from Enway. Enway Games actually gave us these codes that were redeemable. Unfortunately, they are taking them away from iOS, but these codes were redeemable for a character on the game. So I got to say shout out to Enway every time I get a chance to.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for working with us. Enway's friends of the show, helping us to make sure that we continue moving on and give you guys info. And speaking of Enway, since they are a game developer and they're making a game that we all love and we're all playing right now, there is something called DreamHack in Atlanta, which is like a
November
con.
16th through 18th.
That's right.
Yes.
And there's a con that's happening there pretty much where it's a lot of game developers that are there and you're able to see them, talk to them. It's kind of like E3, but it's something for the public, which makes it even better. So that's why I love DreamHack a whole lot more than E3. I know people are going to be upset with me for it, but that's one of the reasons why I love it, because it's there for developers to speak to the people that they're developing for, which is us. The players, the end users, the fans. And it's in Atlanta. It's going to be from November 16th to 18th. And I want to see Enway there. And if you guys also want to see Enway there, if you happen to be in Atlanta or anything like that, go ahead and write out to DreamHack. Let them know that Enway should have a booth. Because they should definitely have a booth. They should be there. They're bringing us games that literally should be on consoles, and yet it's on our phones. And now we're in real time. We're able to fight with people. This is great. This stuff I don't get anywhere else. So check them out. Make sure to see, please tell DreamHack to get Enway there. But going back to the Zord fight.
And thank you, Blackwing and Masked Rider Blue. It's a wolf. I'm an ignorant potato.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
No, but the guy did make the joke, and he makes the joke, like, oh, look, it's a little dog. That's what he says.
Yeah, but I know it's a wolf, but he is really condescending to Billy,
right?
And then Billy just kicks his butt on his own with no one else there. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
this episode is actually really fun, and it's not one of those. It is like, a filler episode, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh man, it was great because even with it, I love the part. Oh wait, hold on.
We got a super chat.
Nightman87 gives a super chat and says, "Seems to be making Billy ready for Alien Rangers." Well, that's true, but remember with Alien Rangers later, Billy leaves us for an Alien Ranger. But it kind of makes sense. I mean, Billy is the one Ranger that always has attention. Girls are always ready to talk to him, so it's fine. But while the Zord fight was happening, one thing I did notice, and it was weird, and I know it because it's like inside baseball stuff, but it's the old footage, and you see the Zord like talking mess to the thing, and it goes like it does then it goes. And then goes at him, and I was like, "Why didn't we just cut that whole part out? Why did we need this whole pantomime and then go at the?" I didn't
the
get
editors
it.
are tired from season 1 and season 2 of trying to patch this together. We got to give them a little break. But,
yeah, exactly.
But this episode I thought was good. I mean, they stopped being bricks. Billy kicks butt. Whoa, we got another super chat from Anthony Davis 65.
Yes, that's right. This monster is the Sentai was blue focus with 2 monsters sending blue through a maze, hence the wall monster with an eye monster from the last episode. So that's actually where this is coming from. This is a mix of 2 episodes.
Oh,
so
okay.
Bring them all together.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Fun facts.
But once again, Billy pretty much saves the day, and then all the other Rangers get to have their moment to come out and, hey, all right, Billy, great, let's fight, and blah, blah, right? Isn't that what happened?
No, Catherine fixes them. They're not bricks anymore.
Exactly.
Rita and Zedd are just like, all right.
Well, we can't win, and there's nothing we can do about it. Billy was great today. And
they wrap up. Kat gets to show off her home to the mayor, which Book and Skull try to arrest. Good intentions.
God,
good intentions.
That was horrible.
Yeah, they are mishandling the mayor, who doesn't seem to be protesting all too much, in my opinion.
I think she was. She was like, hey.
Yeah, she's got a shovel. I feel like she can get a little.
But you have to remember, she's the mayor. That's
true.
assault.
You
don't want that. You don't. No.
That is a good point.
Yeah, especially with a golden shovel, you're gonna see the hit coming. So nobody, nope, it can't be that way. But I do love her and how she looks like she's a stunt double on Golden Girls. I love that.
That is true.
She had the golden. Come on. She had the.
And she had a golden shovel. How would you guys rate this on a scale of 5?
Yeah,
all of you in the chat.
Scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. How would you guys rate it? And while you're deliberating over that info, we'll cover up some issues or just notes concerning the show. This was the final appearance of the Red and Black Ninja Rangers. I didn't know that. So we won't be seeing the Red and Black Ninja Rangers ever again.
Not gonna lie, I'm not too sad about not seeing the Ninja Rangers.
She's hoping she's like, good, my plan's working. One by one, they're all getting knocked off.
And so this is the first and only time where one ranger successfully destroys a monster with a lone Shogun sword. Yep. So, Billy, congratulations. You're the one. You show everyone that you can step up when you need to. And I like that.
Congratulations, Billy, on being the one who listened to you and said, you're the same size. Why can't you do it alone? Congratulations. It took a little while for them to figure it out themselves. This episode makes references to 2 progressive rock bands. The title references the 3-part song from Pink Floyd's 1979 album, The Wall. That is amazing. And near the end of the episode, Godard says Rito is as thick as a brick, which is a reference to Jethro Tull's 1972 2-song album, Thick as a Brick. Oh my God.
I actually misheard that, and I rewound it twice to re-listen to that line because I thought he said something else. I did not hear thick. I heard something else, and I was like, whoa, that was rude.
Wow. Okay. Can you tell us what it is?
I thought you said like his dick is thick as a brick or something like that. And I was like, how would he know this? How would he know how hard it is?
How would you know this? Oh, gosh.
Okay, moving on.
Oh, my God.
Censors.
That would have been interesting. That would have been interesting. I love how you said he turned red. You're like, oh my God. Okay,
shame.
This marks the first of 2 times that Rita tries to turn Cat evil again, which results in the creation of a monster. This would be repeated again in Zeo Rangers of 2 Worlds Part 1 with Impersonator.
Interesting. Let's just do this. Mm-hmm. And let's see what you guys rated it in the chat. We have Mikey Perez gives it a 3. Larry Newbill gives it a 3. And what is this? Oh, Pyrobell? Wait, are you guys going to be at the Ranger Stop this year?
Ooh, geez. That's a good question as far as the Ranger Stop. We don't know yet. I mean, right now we know that we're here in beautiful Manhattan Beach, California, right here at the Comic Bug. But as far as Ranger Stop, I don't know if we'll be there this year. That's something that we are looking forward to being at. And in fact, if you want us there at Ranger Stop, what you can do is go ahead and write to the people there at the con. Let them know that you want to see that hashtag show there. Let them know that, hey, I want to see the best Power Ranger show on YouTube there at the con. We'll go ahead and show up if they, tell us yes. So who else is there?
We got Jared Hodges gives it a 5 out of 5. Blackwing gives it a 0 out of 5 or a Zeo out of 5. And Mass Blue Rider Ranger Brick Toys out of 5. And I feel like I can't top that one. Anthony Davis gives it a 4.5. What would you give this?
This episode actually was fun. I enjoy even talking about it still. So I'm giving this episode a 4.
I'm going to still give it a 3. It's on par with the other one. It was fun, but it was not the best.
No.
So this last one, though, a Chimp in Charge. I have to say that this one was a little ridiculous to me, but I like ridiculous with the chimp coming in.
I love
we don't
animals
even get
on
to
TV.
see it. Didn't even get to see it through sign language, but I'm okay with that.
I was going to say, that was my issue right there, immediately. So, Chimp in Charge. Pretty much we start off with, once again, Bulk and Skull being students. Because for a moment we thought, I don't think they go to school anymore. I think they pulled a Tommy and they're just living somewhere else. And they don't do anything concerning school. But it's good to see that, hey, they still do exist as students. Yeah. And they actually aren't dressed in their uniforms while there. Yeah. Which is cool.
We see Mrs. Appleby again, and we know that she's still teaching, and, she's still at school, which is really nice. Hey, well, but this whole episode, I mean, there wasn't a whole lot going on. I feel like my major questions for this, we find out that Kat is living with Aisha, and I don't know how that arrangement was necessarily made.
They kind of referenced it before, but it was just kind of like, well, you can live over here with me. And that was it. And I was like, okay.
Cool. So you just, Kim was in Miami and then immediately replaced, so I guess.
My thing is just like, I wanna say it for the parents. They had to be like, so y'all just got rid of one white girl and replaced it with another? Is that what y'all doing this house? Like, I wonder if the dad just said that. Okay, y'all just can't be replacing white girls and thinking everything's okay over here. Like,
like I wouldn't notice.
I'd be like I would notice. Huh? Am I racist? Is that what you're saying? 'Cause I'm not. I know what's going on. I know people look different.
But also, I kind of feel like Aisha's parents have to have the question, too, of like, didn't you just bring a cat home and now you're bringing home a chimp? Like, is this escalating? What did you do with the cat? I don't think you guys can be trusted to take care of any animals.
Well,
because as soon as they bring the chimp home, it runs away.
Well, no, the thing is, it's like, okay, so Kimberly brought, see, and there you go, I feel like that. So Kimberly brought in a cat. That thing disappeared.
Then
now,
this
girl
named Cat brings home a
in
chimp.
a monkey, and I'm supposed to be okay with that. And then you let this monkey leave? I don't know what's going on with y'all kids. Like, it has to be like he's gone.
And that's like the biggest thing about this episode. Like, I don't know if we want to go into too much detail about what's going on, but
really, there's not too much going on in the monkey. So she's trying to teach sign language, and the monkey, they have a monkey, and they want to bring it in. And there's also bananas being stolen from the juice bar.
Yes.
While that's happening, Rita, of course, is doing what she always does and peep on people. And while she's peeping, she happens to look and sees a monkey. She goes, "Ha ha ha! Goldar looks like you!" And Goldar gets upset.
But I mean, the resemblance. You can't deny that, right?
You can't deny it because, once again, he is a flying monkey. So, yes, it looks just like you. And
He's a chimp. Let's be correct.
Right.
He's a chimp, not a monkey.
That's right. He is
No
a chimp,
tail.
not a monkey. That's right, no tail. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's the only way I know.
So they're close to us, yeah. I'm so mad. My growling face. So he's upset, and they're laughing at it. And then they say, well, let's go ahead and turn it into a monster.
Yeah, after the Jamaican guy, which I'm not 100% sure is Jamaican, or if it's like kind of a stereotypical representation, which, you know, back in the 90s, a lot of things weren't necessarily PC.
Back in the 90s, hey guys, it's a time where things weren't PC, and it's very problematic if you look at it now, but hey, it's a kid's show.
But also, he dressed up the chimp. You almost got me saying monkey. Dressed up the chimp like super cute. He's got the beret, got the dreads, and then
he said you need the dreads, and he puts on a mop.
But the thing is, you have to wonder when these people, when the writers or whatever saw the costume that they have to work with, like, how are we gonna make this happen? How are we gonna make this turn into this monster? And they worked with it, which I'm always impressed. And it's like,
which is good that they did work with it, because there have been monsters before where they're just like, turn into a monster, and it just has all these additional appendages,
and it
You're
makes
like,
zero
what?
sense.
Yeah, it's like, wait, wait, how is this a turtle with a stoplight? Even though that was one of Finster's monsters, I love it. But you know, I mean, like, they have all these weird ones. You're like, how is it possible? But this one at least worked well. It does look like a rapping ape.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's where Pharrell got the idea for bathing ape from. Right there. that moment. So that's not bad, you know. Bape became there just because of that. Look at this.
It's really ridiculous. Like, the monster was ridiculous. It was a fun episode, but I felt like it fit the same protocol, like, to the T of, like, okay, the monster's here, you battle it, it grows, you guys bring your Zords, you guys come together, and no.
Yeah, pretty much. And along with it, what Billy had the answer to resolve everything? Was that it?
Zordon told Billy.
So, right? Zordon told Billy
to fix it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Billy,
well,
now that he's in charge and everyone can see that he can take down a monster by himself,
that
Zordon's
was
like,
the
you
thing.
take care of it, Billy.
No, but see, that was the thing. Once again, if you still have that image from last week or the week before, Zordon and Alpha, completely useless, guys. They are not doing anything. Once again, Zordon's like, hey, Billy, could you handle this one for me? You know, and Billy's like, here, hold my beer. You know, he's ready to go. And Billy automatically saves everyone.
And he always steps up, and that's what I love about Billy.
Oh, boy. I love this image right here where they're all just invaded. Here goes Billy. I'm figuring something out while everyone else is not. It looks like a stock footage, like, you know, stock photo image. I love it. I love it every time. Every time. But so the ape essentially was a waste of time, and we did make sure that they did
Larry
not kill
Newville gives us a
What?
super chat. That monster looks like a lost member of George Clinton and the P-Funks. You know,
it definitely looks like a lost member of George Clinton and people. It's like, doesn't it? Like, it's just like, I just put some stuff on. It's like, so high, I can't get over it. Like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
That is actually really good. Thank you, Larry Newville. Now I can't not see this. I can't not see it.
It definitely does. Look at with the banana. It's like a mic. Oh my god. But so we finally stop the monster, and we make sure not to kill it because we have to make sure that the ape is still in.
Yeah.
So we bring the ape back, and we bring the chimp back.
Yes.
And then with the chimp
everything
being
is
back,
great.
Yes.
Still has on its little bloomers,
Yes.
and it gives
So cute.
Aisha and Kat a good grade, and everything is wrapped up super nicely,
And
which is great.
amazingly enough, as he pointed out, they brought it there for sign language.
No
We
sign
didn't see it
language.
do any sign language, and they still got a good grade.
Oh man, Anthony Davis does not like this monster. He gave it a
He is
2.5.
already running for it.
Yeah.
He's already,
So what did the rest of you give this
exactly.
episode?
Let us know what you guys gave this episode, and while you're doing that, we're going to go over a few notes. Just portions of the episode that we happen to notice. For example, the final appearance of the white, pink, yellow, and blue Ninja Rangers, as well as the last use of the Ninja Ranger forms.
Thank
so
goodness.
congratulations, you got your wish.
And if you guys like the Ninja Rangers, let me know. I mean, I feel bad that I'm always kind of hating on them. I just did not like the costume designs. I don't think they were super great. But this is also the last appearance of Miss Appleby in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. She makes her first and only Power Ranger Zeo appearance in A Brief Mystery of Time, though archive footage of her is used in There's No Business Like Snow Business Part 1. So we also have to say a fond farewell to Miss Appleby, who has been here from the beginning teaching English in the most basic way possible, in my opinion. But, you know.
Yeah. It would be great if we had
Well,
like
we're gonna miss you.
in memoriam. And
Yeah.
it was just like the people we've missed, and it's just Miss Appleby.
Or all of the other students that come, like the Dark Rangers, that never make another appearance. But
One day we should just go over like
in
we'll have a
memoriam.
list of people that are missing. Apart from the powering up shots, the Zord fight is entirely American-produced footage.
super interesting,
Not bad,
which is
stuff I
great.
love.
And then going into the ratings, it kind of looks like a lot of you are giving it a pretty low score in comparison to the others.
Jeez. Well, the show itself loves ninjas. That's good. But the only problem is a lot of people aren't feeling the same way.
Thomas Franco gives it a 3.5, and Larry Newbill gives it a 4.5, which is really high. But Matt, just straight up Matt, gives it a 2.5 for this one.
My goodness.
Mikey Perez gives it a 2. Nightman87 gives it a 1.3. Edward Sanchez gives it a 4 out of 5, though, which is high. And Funky Comics gives it a 3.5. What would you give this one?
Me, this episode honestly gets a 2. But the monkey's so cute that it brings it back up.
Larry
and gives it a
Newbill's comment
3.5.
I gotta give it a 3 now. I gotta give it a 3
Really?
for that.
Why?
George
Oh,
Michael.
for
Yeah.
the okay. That makes sense.
I like that. It was
makes
funny.
Sense. That's why I was like, oh, I give it a 5 because the monkey's cute. It's so cute. You gave him a kiss.
It is.
It
That
did.
moment between the chimp and Bulk. Oh, that warmed my heart. That was so cute. And he's so happy. Look
Yeah,
at
look
him.
how happy Bulk is. Like he's like, oh my god, look, like a chimp has to make people happy.
Yeah.
You know, you see a chimp, you're just like, oh my god, I want to hold it. Look at him, he's like, oh yeah, it's so cute. It's so cute. I
It
can't
really
get
is.
enough of it. I can't get enough of it. But so now we know what everyone gives them the show. We know
Yeah.
what we've given the show. We covered all 3 episodes.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to
Seems
sign
like
off soon. But if you
Yeah.
want to stay tuned for Doctor Who, that'll be coming up next.
We'll be going live from Gallifrey, and we'll be
Yes.
breaking down the most recent episode of Doctor Who. So you guys will be able to follow along with us and hear every thought that we had about it. There's a lot of
Yes.
insight, so you'll enjoy it a lot. So with that, this is, of course, Elle Tea. Where can I find you online?
I am Elle Tea on the Facebook and the Instagram.
And I am Dano, a.k.a. Battlestar Galactica. You can find me on Instagram right there, and on Facebook as well. And with that being said, oh my God!
We
right
got a
before
last
we
minute
go.
super chat from Larry Newbill.
Was it? Oh, we want the funk. Gotta have the funk.
Larry
See?
Newbill has all
Larry
the jokes all
he
the
does.
time.
Thank you, Larry. We definitely appreciate it. Oh my gosh. So thank you to everyone that did super chat. That's Larry. That's Larry again.
Two this
we
week.
also had what do we have? Anthony Davis and
65.
Nightman87. We appreciate the super chats. We
Thank you
definitely
so
do.
much.
Thank you so much for that. And remember, for everyone else, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to that hashtag show to keep up to date with everything trending.
And